All right, our next problem talks about how many grams of calcium nitrate are produced from 2.25 moles of HNO3 with excess CaCO3. So excess CaCO3 just means that there's like a lot of it, more than we would ever need. It's in excess. So we can kind of just ignore that and focus on what we have. First step is always to write a balanced formula equation. This one's not balanced yet. And when I balance anything with polyatomic ions, I always like to start there. So this NO3 appears on both sides. On this side, I have 2 NO3, so I'm going to need 2 NO3 there. And when I do that, the rest of my equation gets balanced out. So I'm going to identify what the question is asking me, and it's asking me how many grams of CaNO3 are produced. So I need this in grams from 2.25 moles of HNO3, 2.25 moles. So this problem is going from moles of one substance to grams of another. So this one is actually a little bit shorter than the ones we did in class yesterday because I'm starting with moles. So here I need to go from moles of this substance to moles of CaNO3 to grams of CaNO3. So I'm going to start by saying, okay, if I have 2.25 moles of HNO3, to go from moles of one substance to moles of another, I'm going to use the mole ratio. So this tells me that there's 2 moles of HNO3 for every 1 mole of CaNO3. My moles cancel. And then for every 1 mole of CaNO3, I need to know the molar mass. So the molar mass is, if I go through and I add all of those up, the calcium, the nitrogen, the oxygen, and the oxygen. Let's do that quick. So I have a calcium, I have nitrogen and oxygen. I have 2 nitrogens and 6 oxygens. So oxygen is 15.999. Nitrogen is 14.007. And calcium is 40.078. So I'm going to type that all in my calculator. 40.078 plus 2 times 14.007 plus 6 times 14.999, and I get a total of 164.086 grams per 1 mole. Now I can take it and do the top row, multiply the top row together, divided by the bottom row. I'm going to take 2.25 times 164.086, divide that by 2. That's going to give me 184.59675. And the last thing I want to do is make sure I round for the correct number of sig figs, which I start with 3 sig figs. So I need to end with 3 sig figs. So my answer is going to round to 185 grams of CaNO3. So if I start with this many moles, I can produce 185 grams.